Hi, my name is Siddharth Sethi and this is my bike, the Triumph Daytona 675. I am a chemical engineer and a businessman by profession. I am involved in a family business of manufacturing of chemicals. So the biking has been my passion since childhood, and yes, this is what I got, the Triumph Daytona 675. The new bike on road daily is around 13 lakhs. See, in this price range, mostly it's very close to the normal liter class bikes like CBR or a 10R. But I picked this bike up because this is very lightweight and it has all the amount of power that I require. The motor produces around 118 horsepower at around 11,000 RPM, and the torque is 74 Newton meter, which is the most you can get in a 600cc bike. I have done around 12,000 kilometers on it so far. I got the bike serviced twice, and I got it from Triumph India. The service center is in Gurgaon. The people there have been very helpful and they have managed the bike very well. The average servicing cost is around 10,000 rupees, not more than that. The people, see, this is an inline triple cylinder, so it makes all the noise in the world. I have this Arrow aftermarket exhaust that was fitted by the company itself with warranty. So whenever I go anywhere in a crowded place or something, the people, it's a neck turner, it's basically a head turner because of the sound and the looks. I had a Yamaha RX100 to start with, then I jumped on to CBR 250, then a Charisma, then I had Ninja 650 before this one, and after that I had this one. Now I'm planning to pick up another one, keeping this. I will be picking up a street bike or a tourer mostly, but not yet decided, but that's the segment of bike that I'm looking at. In the 13-14 lakh range, I could have got a used Hayabusa or a 10R or a CBR 1000RR or even Suzuki Gixxer. But I read the reviews of this bike, I saw the videos online, and this bike kind of have a reputation that even if you have all the money in the world, people buy this bike because of its agility. It's very nimble, it is very lightweight, and it has all the power in the world. We have close friends, we go for a coffee ride or a dinner maybe once a month, not more than that. I have added this, these are frame sliders that are put in the bike just to protect the entire fairing at the time of crash. I have put this extra protection double bubble screen. This helps in reducing the wind blast by almost 80%. And I have put this tail tidy. This is known as a tail tidy, and it just gives a very sporty look to the bike from the rear. In February 2016, we did a trip to Khimsar. The Khimsar is in Rajasthan, and that was around 570 odd kilometers from Delhi. So it was a 3-day trip. So first day we went there, it was a 10-hour ride. We stayed there for one day, and while coming back we took a longer route from Ajmer, so that was around 600 kilometers odd. The experience was excellent. The entire route was a highway route, and the bike had a good top speed. There was no heating of the bike, and the suspension wise it is excellent. There was no complaint. Considering since it's a super sports bike, the position is very aggressive, but since I'm 6 feet 2 inches tall, so I don't feel that kind of a crouch that a guy who's 5'8" he can feel. So it is for me it's a very comfortable positioning bike. It is very good. This bike is just 189 kgs with a 17.2 liter fuel tank full. So that's even lighter than a Royal Enfield Bullet. That's around 200 kgs. So in city conditions, yes, it is very good, and there is no heating on the bike. That's a very big plus point. Highway rides has been very smooth, very smooth. Since I have changed the tires of the bike, earlier it was Pirelli Super Corsa, those are more track focused. I have put this Max's tires and a size bigger than what is recommended, so it actually helps in gripping the ground very well. I changed the tires when it did 8,000 kilometers. So its average running of tires is around 8 to 9,000 kilometers, depending on the way you ride. Cost of tires is around 20,000 per set for Michelin as well as Max's. The drivability is very good. The bike is very light, the suspension is properly damped, and being a track focused bike, the suspension is on a harder side, but I have adjusted both the rear and the front to make it comfortable for city riding. The braking, it has the ABS is standard, and it has Nissan brakes which are very good, very responsive. The fuel efficiency is around 16 to 18 kilometers per liter, and on highway it gives around 20-22. But if we take it on track and if we drag it, so it gives around not more than 10 kilometers per liter. To sum it up, I think this is one of the best machines in the world. Since this is a CBU, this is a complete build unit that is imported from Britain. This is a British made bike. The Triumph is a Britain company. I would give it a 10 out of 10. I think this is the bike that I'm going to keep it for a lifetime. I understand that this is a little overpriced. Indian mentality is like this: if I can spend a 13 lakhs on this bike, I can get a 1000cc bike, or I can get a second-hand Hayabusa, or I can get a second-hand 14R also, which are like more of a hyper bikes. But I don't think that you need these kind of very powerful machines in India. It is very difficult to manage, and this is one of the best machines that you can get in this price. So I would recommend it if you have the money, and if you want to take it slow as well as take it fast, go for this bike. The major drawback is that during daylight the speedometer is not that friendly. It is very difficult to read. It's not that lit up. So one of the drawbacks is this. Otherwise, I don't think if you can manipulate it with the suspension and the tires, I don't think there's any other drawback. Yes, the positive points are: number one, the handling. The bike is just 189 kgs and it has a very good power to weight ratio, because of which it zips like anything. Number two, the riding position is aggressive, but yes, you can feel that you're actually riding a proper track bike. And the looks, you can see when you see when you hear about the bike, you hear the sound and you just ask average kitna deti hai, price kitna hai, but you forget to see that how good looking the bike is.